Myrtle Beach, round 4. 5th time we've been out with the car. Me behind the wheel at all. Jopi was pretty sick. Wide open. Definitely a stepping stone, prequel to opening up to what was this past weekend. But Jopi, we learned a lot at Jopi. Open space got me to jump out of my comfort zone, find my confidence behind the wheel. No walls, which was what I was worried about because I actually hit the wall at that first competition. Literally so freaking lucky. Spun around and smacked. Perfect circle right into the edge of the wall. I knew it. I knew I'd caved the quarter panel. Done. Toast. I was like, oh, dude. I smacked it perfectly against the wheel, top to bottom. The only damage was it took some of the paint onto the wheel from the wall. Biggest deep breath. Holy sh... What the f do you want now?
Much.
Just checking. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm usually running the spacers right now. So the spacer brought the wheel out just flush with the arch of the fender, and it literally touched nothing on the body. Anyways, moving on to Jopi. We started experimenting with tire pressures, softening up the rear end. We got into the rake, so now the front end's higher than the rear, dropped the rear, raised the front a little bit. I mean, that paid off big time. So coming out to Twisted Metal, round 4, Myrtle Beach, I threw down some runs I didn't even know were as good as they were. But in the car, the fluidity was spinning out maybe a couple of times rather than every other fucking round. But actually getting through the course and hitting decent clipping points and outer zones, that was a big breakthrough for myself. It's where I wanted to be since I started. It's where I wanted to get, and being there to move forward from this spot feels really good. Super ready for next round. But we qualified 2nd. Went up against Daniel Neal. They're going through the qualifying list because they don't tell us, and we're all at the drivers meeting. They start from 16, work their way up, and I'm expecting to be somewhere around the middle of the pack. They get to 8, and I'm like, all right, maybe we'll be around 8 or 7. 4, 3. Number 2, Bobby DeVito. I'm like, dude. So I'm like, all right, have a decent chance to maybe move forward, strategically thinking, and at least make it into the top 8. That'd be sick. They pair me up with Daniel Neal because Daniel Neal was having a struggle in qualifying, jumping in this car for the first time. He's number 15. I gotta go up against Daniel Neal. Man's been killing it in his car since forever and is going Pro-Am next year. Pretty decent lead. Got to the end right before the finish line and spun. I was like, no! Monica! So we line up again, follow him. This is my first real tandem. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep the distance, do what I gotta do from back here, see how it goes. He's putting on a smoke show. I'm playing catch up in the corners. Dude! So those runs resulted in a one more time, in which started off with me again leading, which was a pretty sweet run. still kind of wanting to play it safe. I backed off a little bit coming out of the chute, but made up some decent ground in the corners and trying to play catch up with him, which worked out pretty decent. Still went in his favor. Definitely going to be a loss I can take. Being paired up with somebody who's going Pro-Am next year, I'm going to take that. Yeah, for sure. So we'll be getting ready for Halloween Havoc here in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whatever. See you soon.